Jesse Waters. Media dishonesty, that's the subject of tonight's Waters Words. 8 years ago, SEAL Team 6 killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. Immediately after, President Barack Obama told the world about the mission. Operation Neptune Spear was successful. The president wanted to bring Osama to justice. He greenlit the mission, mission accomplished. He did it. It was a bold call. Joe Biden actually was against it, by the way. But President Obama deserved credit, and he received it.
Obama captured Osama.
A difficult decision.
This operation has been in the planning stages for more than 8 months, and President Obama was deeply involved every step of the way.
So there's always a high level of risk. But the president, I think, handled this brilliantly, frankly.
It wasn't just the mainstream media that gave Obama credit. People on the right did it, too.
We need to open the program today by congratulating President Obama. President Obama has done something extremely effective, and when he does, this needs to be pointed out.
I give President Obama a lot of credit here, because I thought it was a gutsy choice.
When you consider everything that could have gone wrong,
yeah,
and how President Obama would look today if it did,
always a risk.
It took a lot of courage to do that, and I do admire that.
I think he made a courageous decision in a difficult tactical circumstance. There was great risk here, so I think he justifiably can claim credit.
Now, we have to give credit where credit's due, obviously. Truman deserves credit for ending the war in the Pacific. Reagan deserves credit for winning the Cold War. And clearly, Donald Trump deserves credit for killing ISIS leader Baghdadi. Military sources tell Fox the raid into Syria was more dangerous than the bin Laden raid. Behind enemy lines in Russian and Syrian-controlled territory. Imagine if it had failed in the midst of impeachment and the Syria pullout debate. Trump would have been crucified like Jimmy Carter. The Trump administration and the brave soldiers pulled it off. But the media is so dishonest, it refused to say Trump scored a win for America.
This president is determined to get credit for killing al-Baghdadi.
Not because of the president, but in spite of him.
Perhaps in spite of the president.
In spite of President Trump.
Despite the president's, quote, ineptitude.
Largely in spite of.
Largely in spite of.
And not because of.
And not because of Donald Trump.
How pathetic. I mean, Trump campaigned on bombing the hell out of ISIS, destroying the caliphate, and killing their leaders. And he did it. He set a goal, he settled on a strategy, and he gave the go orders. The military executed it. We all know he didn't jump out of an Apache and kick down the compound doors himself. He's the commander-in-chief. Most people, especially leaders, understand this. In fact, Donald Trump personally congratulated Obama on Twitter after the bin Laden raid, saying this: "I want to personally congratulate President Obama and the men and women of the armed forces for a job well done. We should spend the next several days not debating party politics, but in remembrance of those who lost their lives on 9/11 and those currently fighting for our freedom. God bless America." But guess what? Barack Obama has not congratulated Donald Trump for the Baghdadi kill. He hasn't said a word about it. Silence. Now, he did have time to congratulate the Washington Nationals on their World Series, though. Come on. Look, congrats to the world champion Nationals and their fans, a great group that always showed up when it counted and was never afraid to show a little joy, dancing in the dugout, laughing, believing, and always sticking together. A true team with a spirit that'd do us all well. Sticking together. Really. You didn't really look like you were.